5 for 2 more laps, I'd say. It'll be touch and go.
Today on Car Traction, you join us at Oulton Park once again, but for a brand new event for the 2023 calendar. Today is Autos de France, or Autos de France, if I do the pronunciation correct, parce que je suis vraiment bien à parler français. There will be all sorts of lovely French related things going on, 2 CVs on the track. There are some Citroen Saxos doing a bit of practice, so we will definitely have a look at some of the racing going on later. It should be really interesting to see because we haven't watched any of these championships before. Also, the sky's looking a bit murky, so there might be a little bit of wet racing going on later. But I think first of all we'll have a look just over there at some of the static exhibits popped over there to see if we can find any gems. Now, you will have noticed this is not French. We're in the Standard, which is a magnificent car nonetheless, but it's sort of a bit of a gate crash. The Renault is unfortunately not on the road at the moment, so here we are in the wonderful little Standard. But as I've just said, let's see if we can find any little gems in that section over there. Our first little gem is this absolutely fantastic Renault 4 van. How great is this? Absolutely immaculate as well. Really lovely condition. Sliding windows, you can just see. Really weird setup with these. Also, I love the shape of the indicator on the side and the shape of the Renault badge, which really suits it. It's a lovely old van. Got a few period correct stickers as well. The Renault Elf sticker, that certainly suits it, doesn't it? Let's see if we can find any slightly older cars. Bit of a Road Rally Peugeot 309 over here. All very stripped out inside. Here's a little 106 just beyond. Definitely an emerging future classic. Quite a sharp little car in my opinion. Here's a fantastic little row of Citroen 2CVs. These are all road cars obviously. We will have a look at some of the race prep cars later on in the paddock. But lovely to see some of the road going classics here. We're told, yesterday we were here for the test day and we had a look around, and the race cars make about twice the brake horsepower of the 2CVs like we're seeing here, which sounds a lot, but I think the race ones only make about 50 brake horsepower or so. And it was really funny because the testing sessions were all together yesterday and there were all Caterhams going around whizzing past these Citroens, which would only do about 60 mile per hour flat out, and I reckon most of the lap was flat out. But it looks like a really fun racing series and I can't wait to watch them going against each other because I think it's just going to be absolutely fantastic. So lovely set of 2CVs over here. I believe we've seen this car at another show before, the old Citroen BX. This is a TGD, so it's a diesel variant. Is it automatic as well? Yes, it is automatic, so we have seen this car before somewhere. Yes, very much a time warp there. Here's the absolutely fantastic DS. I love the way these rear indicators just flow into the roof, so graceful. The one bar, is that called? I can't remember. One spoke, that's the one. One spoke steering wheel up there, column shift, I believe these are as well. Absolutely fantastic time warp. Can drive on 3 wheels. Quite a well-known fact. But yeah, just fantastic car. Quite an early one, I'd have to guess, with the exposed lamps. Some of the later ones had some sort of slightly different lamps around the front. Another Citroen 2CV, or this is a 2CV6 actually, so a slightly later car, but in fantastic condition. These really pop in red, don't they? These are just beautiful little cars. Such a shame we won't be able to bring the Renault, but we've been having some distributor trouble, so unfortunately we bought the Standard, but everyone seems to love the Standard, so it's just parked over there where some people might see it, but a bit of a gate crash, as I've said. Another French rarity is this Citroen CX22 TRS with ABS. Just highlights the massive sort of technical innovations of all these wacky French cars. I absolutely love them. Some form of little special here. A fantastic 2CV Acadiane. Seen this one at Goresworth Hall in my video over there. Really beautiful sign right on this. Absolutely immaculate. Over here, something I've never seen before at all, but Matra. I'm afraid I can't tell you much about that. apart from the fact there's a pair of very nice exhausts coming out the back there. Really interesting little car. Here's a few more modern cars, an Alpine A110 GT, and just an A110, the modern continuation of the classic little French sports car. I actually quite like these for a modern car. I think that's quite a nice little design. It's not too big. And here is the Peugeot 106 Zest 2 on the side there, and a Peugeot 106 Independence, all sorts of little variants, and a Peugeot 106 van. That must be a little rare one. Well, lo and behold, what is that over there? There's a 4CV rolling in, quite a late one admittedly, a bit later than ours, as we go past the 2CV, 2 chevaux. But yeah, that's quite a bit of a later one than ours. It's such a shame we weren't able to bring our one in, as something's just fallen off the front of that car. Bit low for the road on the way in. Anyway, lovely more 2CVs, a Diane over here, and another fantastic Acadiane van with some Golf stickers on it. Here we can see the extended boot on display of this 2CV. Very interesting little modification with a few stickers on it. The De Chevaux Club of Great Britain on the back there. These all look fantastic with their own little stickers. Citroen Preferred Total. I've seen a few Renault F1 stickers. No cheese baguettes or wine left in vehicle overnight. Well, there you go. No need to get excited. But yeah, it's lovely seeing their personal take, people put on all these fantastic little cars. Over here is a 106 Rally, another emerging classic, and a few 205s, probably already quite a well-known classic. Bit of a sporty one, a much more base spec one, and a GTR on the end, 1.9, so the largest engine. These look fantastic together, don't they? These are always interesting, the base spec models, the ones that just got used and abused in period. This is a 205 XL, this one. Always interesting to see the slightly slower variants, but I do also love seeing these fast ones as well. And a couple more here, a Cabriolet, very rare variant, and another XS over there. But let's get a closer look at this Renault 4CV over here. Now this is actually a right-hand drive car, so it might also be known as the 750. This is a slightly later car with the Dauphine wheels on the bottom there, but still rear-engined and 750cc. Very lovely to see, fantastic condition as well. I'm pretty sure this is an original UK market car, because yes, it does have wind-up windows, so it is definitely a UK car, as our one is also a UK car. And the French cars did not have open windows winding up, but they had larger quarter lights, I believe, as these ones they actually wind up. Slightly different interior as well, and all sorts of lovely variants that went through the production of this car. It's always interesting to compare and contrast all of them. Renault 21 over here, another extremely rare car. Another rare variant is the Renault 5 GT Turbo over here.
Very few of it. There must be more DSs around now compared to this. Yeah, there's a handful of GT ones. So this original model.
Quite a selection of Renault 5 GT turbos here, yet another one here. This is a more base spec, a Renault 5 TS. There's another GT turbo, absolutely immaculate. That looks lovely in blue, doesn't it? And then there's a Renault 21 here looking quite modified. And another Renault 5 GT turbo there. It's always interesting to see the slightly lower spec cars, as I said before, with the 205s. To compare, there's loads of sort of modern Renaults, Peugeots and Citroens, but I'm focusing more on the slightly older cars like this rally prepped Renault 5. These are rear engined. These are absolutely fantastic car. Really like those. And there's another Renault 5 there. There's a Renault Clio there. That is a V6 rear engine car as well. Well, this isn't a V6, but it's also rear engined. This would just be a turbo 4-cylinder, I believe. But I want to have another look at this GT Turbo over there, because just how immaculate is that? I bet these drive really nicely. Well, here we are in the paddock. We've got also the Time Attack, I should mention, which is sort of all sorts of interesting race cars, which should be very interesting. But here we are in the 2CV section. There were a few of them here yesterday, but there's certainly a lot more here today. They look so low and just brilliant down there. I'm really looking forward to seeing the racing. I'm sure it's brilliant racing. Saw this car yesterday, the Sporting Bears sponsor on the back, basically a charity. They were here actually a while ago. I got a ride in an Aston Martin DBR1 thanks to them a while ago around this circuit. It was just fantastic to see all these cars together. They're all very different, and I'm sure it'll be some fantastic racing. We might try and get into the grandstand at turn 1, which is a really good place to watch. There's a couple more over there, plenty of them here. Little Ginetta over there, that's the CNC Championship, which is all sorts of lovely, interesting cars, very eclectic mix. There is so much here, so many 2CVs, really looking forward to them, but I'm also really looking forward to this CNC because I've just seen something that is a very special car and I definitely want to go and have a look at it. It's not the pink little special over there, although that is very cool, also competing in the CNC. But wow, that is an absolute legend of a car, an R32 GTR, fully race prepared. This one goes around Goodwood and all sorts of places. An amazing car this. You can see it's all-wheel drive. Such an incredible car, that. So many 2CVs here, far more than I thought there actually would be, but it's brilliant to see them all together. They're really characterful little racing cars. So many! Also a pretty rapid looking Mini over here. Really eclectic mix in the CNC Championship. There's a Golf over there as well. All the caterings are starting to head out now. Very entertaining cars to watch racing, that's for sure. Also the GTR is going out, so I'm just going to nip over to the Old Hall straight because that GTR sounds fantastic and I might be able to get a chance of just hearing it on its own because it's an incredible car. And what have we found over here? What a great little find this is. Just look at this Volvo Amazon. That is an absolute minter, a 122S. That is beautiful. Certainly wasn't expecting to see this here. Let's sneak a quick peek at the front. Slightly earlier style of front. My favourite type of Amazon. If I were to have an Amazon, this is exactly the sort I'd want. Absolutely beautiful car there. So now is the quali session. So normally I wouldn't be watching it, but actually I've just nipped over here to see. There also was a pretty tasty looking Mark 1 Escort, but mainly I want to see if I can get that GTR accelerating onto the straight because that puts out quite a bit of flames and should sound quite good. We're just making our way down now to the Turn 1 grandstand. Some of the last qualifying sessions are taking place now. We want to get in a good spot for the likes of the 2CV racing. Get some good action into Turn 1. It's just starting to rain a bit now as forecast, which does make things a little bit more exciting. You can see the caterhams are starting to get a bit leery.
Across a chap called Jen Marsh. Oh yes. Who was the famous guy with Marcos. Yeah. And he was, come and give it a go, because I watched it on telly and quite easy, so well, did it. And in Mondello was a lovely solid. They are so strong that there's no machine in the UK that can measure the strength of them. Shock absorbers are free, we would say the most suspension. Now, and off they head towards Old Hall Corner. And it is side by side, but it's going to be, I think, on the inside line. 49 Chris Tovey, he'll have the advantage, but sitting with you on the outside line, and Sandra Prieto doesn't want to have to give way in the end. He actually has no coming up quicker out of the corner. They're level again, so the head of your side for the first time, Mike, is Tovey and Prieto side by side.
Right, Croetti in the lead with 76.
And in sixth place, it's number 14, Chris James. So quite a bit of shuffling, apart from the leader, benefiting probably from the shuffling going on behind him.
Yeah, Nick Chris is the championship leader, made up 6th place. Maximum points.
Yeah, do we know why? Nick Rose. Sandra Prieto, number 30, is third, but as you said, Mike, up into 4th place come number 9, Chris now. Martin, hasn't it, Chris, got any chance of catching Tokyo? The gap's too big to ride, and in case I'm staying on the road, that would be a hard one. Yeah. Yes, that's tough. Yeah, he's really flying. He really wants to be champion. Well, at the moment it's better. First top of 5, that's a 2.53 points. That will put him in very good place in the championship, won't it? 5 points. And you get hundreds of points for doing anything in this championship, don't you? 100 for the winner, yeah. Everyone gets something. If you finish, you get 10.
Right, over hilltop comes Chris Tovey then for the third time of asking. So Crispin now in second place. Let's see if we can make any impression whatsoever on Chris Tovey.
Well, based on his previous lap time, no. Based on this lap, we'll have a look in a moment to see what we don't get the sector times, I'm afraid, so I can't say how he's doing in each sector. 9:05, I suspect that there's a yellow flag being waved at Oulton Corner. You can't see why, but there is it. So that means, therefore, they can't obviously overtake in the yellow flag zone, but already in second place. Sandra Prieto, for some reason the screen has captured 5 seconds, otherwise quite sure why that's there. This is something being given the 5-second penalty. The gap first to second was about 13 seconds, so I think we can take it. Back of these 2 wins in Oulton Park. So second championship leader in this win.
Back in third place now.
Yeah.
97.
Acadiane's not doing a very well with this. Name's the winner. Oh yes.
David O'Keefe is now up in third place at the expense of
time limit penalty. That's Howard Wright, and he is near the back anyway. And it must be getting quicker and quicker. He's done a 2:48, but for second place, it's nip and tuck. Whatever the French for second or third place. Seventh place. And in 8th place, number 17, Matthew Hollis. In 9th place,
There can make a big difference, and they're just suiting the track today. That's the 97 my car. David had the engine in pieces, he put it back together again recently, and he
goes through, and there's time for just about time for 2 more laps. I say if we touch and go with this time on the wheel. Turning 2 minutes 45.862. Yeah, every lap he does is quicker than. I mean, 8th we now have James. He's moved ahead of 55 Julie Walford. Comfortably ahead of anyone else. About the whole length of the pit straight ahead of anybody else. Put it that way. And as they make a dash for the line, it's almost side by side as they cross the.
Well, the Citroen Saxos are coming out now for the Junior Saloon Championship. Should be quite interesting. What I love about these little formats is all the cars are identical, so it makes for really even racing, which is exactly what we saw in the 2CV Championship. Some great slides around here. They're surprisingly leery. Unfortunately, saw a couple come together here, but that's part of racing, I guess. But got quite a bit faster set of cars now.
Red lights out, and the race gets underway. Cameron Pratt-Thompson on pole position. To the left, Dare Flock, and Dare Flock gets the lead. So number 22, Dare Flock, in the blue and orange trimmed car, turns into Oulton Corner. Very good start. He was only sitting on the grid, but he's already in the lead, and the leader of the championship heads off down the avenue. In front, in second place, is Cameron Pratt-Thompson.
yeah, number 53, who was on the second row of the grid, and 47 was there, so
50 and number 7 out, and here we go again. Junior Saloon Car Championship, take 2, and again it's Dare Flock on the outside who goes straight into the lead. Coming through strongly from the second row is Harry Smith. He might even make it to second place. He's going around the outside of Cameron Pratt-Thompson as they go through Oulton Corner. They're still side by side, so in the lead is Dare Flock. In equal second place, Cameron Pratt-Thompson and Harry Smith. So as they go over the line, it's Dare Flock in the lead, Harry Smith in second place, Cameron Pratt-Thompson is third, CJ Morgan number 59, fourth in fifth place is 3:33. Zach Palmer, and in sixth place, back to the start 53, Jack James in seventh place, number 30, Will Callum, he's made a couple of places up, and in ninth place already is number 11, Oscar Dix. So Oscar Dix passing, let's just see whether they tell us. With Harry Smith and Cameron Pratt-Thompson.
I see.
Well, we've filled up now with a few sandwiches which will propel us over to Lodge Corner, but not our usual watching spot. Today we're going to have a look in the grandstand. We've still got the umbrella because even while it is bright that way, it is not bright that way, and weather is very unpredictable in this country. So let's head over to that new grandstand which we've never actually seen the viewpoint from ever before.
Time is up, and the checker flag goes out, and the checker flag about 9 left to start the first stop memory. Like to look out for that one. That's Julia Woods, the offer.
Well, I think I'll conclude our day at Autos de France right here. We're going to start heading back now because it is absolutely tipping it down with rain. The brolly is coming in very handy. I'm not sure the drivers are liking much of it too. It's absolutely freezing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed watching the likes of the two CVs. Let me know what you thought. Comment below, subscribe, all of that. And that's all. Until next time, thanks for watching.